Welcome to Numb Bills Fan Game Preview. Talking Tennessee Titans. Fuck that Music City Miracle piece of shit team. I do remember that game. Still unreal, and you kind of realize at a young age, some of these refs, they do anything. So they're coming into Buffalo to play the Bills. Bills came off a good game last week defensively. Let's talk about it real quick. That Jets game, fans, let's make it clear. That could have went any way. It was a field goal kickers type of game. And anybody who wants to just be like, oh, the Bills are back, temper your expectations. All right? This D-line in the Bills, I think, could use a step up. Ed Oliver is out. So is Von Miller. You know, we know why. I've clarified on other videos. If you don't know, Von Miller likes to put his hands on his girl, you know, and sounds like he's in a toxic relationship. Good signing, Bills. And it seems like the modern cap, if you're waking up for the salary cap, says you got to spend to the cap. Great. And apparently that even means cutting players or trading them away to eat up your cap. So I was just hoping that we could have did that with Von Miller, but apparently can't play with Diggs anymore. So now that we're here and everybody eats and everybody's starved, I don't know if you saw the news on TikTok or Instagram or anywhere else in your life. The Bills traded for Amari Cooper, and it's a very low salary, great move. I don't consider Brandon Beane a genius. I consider him sit on his hands, and I'm glad he did something that wasn't a running back for way too much money. And yeah. So, Nyheim Hines, hope you're doing well, buddy. But when the Bills needed to trade for somebody in a playoff, a Super Bowl window that year, they traded for you. I'm like, what the fuck are we doing? So they got Amari Cooper. Reason I'm making this, Amari Cooper, I think is going to take Keon Coleman's snaps right away. I do not see him and Keon Coleman on the field at the same time. Call me nuts. This is where I just throw my shit on the wall, but I believe it. I think Keon Coleman's always looking back when the ball's in the air, or on the replays, he's always looking back. Always looking back. What does that mean? I don't think he's a good salesman. I think Amari Cooper knows what he's up to, what he's doing, where he's going to be, and he's going to go right out there. On the flip side, the Jets traded for Davante Adams. Cool. I like it for the Jets. Why? If you watch Davante Adams highlights, he shakes people in deep routes. So when Aaron Rodgers needs that guy to find that space, he's going to find it. Is it unfair for Mike Williams to get demoted and not show up to practice, or he wasn't available at practice? Didn't even work with Aaron Rodgers, I guess, after that game. So at least for a practice. He could be injured, I guess. I don't know. But he did slip going back to that pass. Taron Johnson, what an animal. It's great to see these defenders, we're going to lead into the defense now, come back and make an impact. Bernard right off the gate. Wow. And I love Bernard because he makes my point that I made, again, for Tremaine Edmonds. 2 third-round picks, so 2 Bernards to move up in the first round to get a developmental guy in Edmonds. But meanwhile, he's young, and he's gonna. You got to give him time. No, you don't. Those are starters. Those could have been receivers for Allen. Could have been offensive linemen for Josh Allen. Could have been tight ends. But no, we got Kincaid and Knox under contract, and everybody's gonna eat. People are starving in Buffalo. They're almost out of wings. All right. So you bring in Amari Cooper. I think he's immediately. I love the move because you don't have a fucking choice. I also, if you want to say genius, you can say Brandon Beane's genius, but you have to say he also got lucky that the team is 4-2 and they persevered. Okay? The Bills are 4-2. That's wild. After everything, the lack of offense, Ray Davis came in, tore apart the Jets. Thought that D-line was going to be something special. Thought so too. Tore him apart. Now he's injured. I don't know if he's going to play this game. Didn't look into it. All right? AJ Epinesa came up big last game as well. And Taylor Rapp. Talk about watching a player grow. I touched on this the other TikTok video, Instagram video after the game. I liked the signing when the Bills got him. Then I saw him play, and I'm like, he's Dante Whitner, but in a modern league where we can't fuck people up anymore. So for him to creatively break apart the pass, I loved it. I thought he did a wonderful job in the game. You could argue he won the game because what if that touchdown happens? You don't break apart the touchdown. What if the running back running in Harris doesn't? What if he gets that touchdown? Taylor Rapp don't wrap him up. No pun. So there was 2 touchdowns saved. We could be having a different conversation in Buffalo right now. The conversation could be, wait, the Jets just beat the Bills. They're 3-3, and they got Devontae Adams, and the Bills got Amari Cooper, huh? It's overreaction league. I thought Greg Rousseau, game 1, 3 sacks, is going to be a monster. He's not. Where's the defensive line? Ed Oliver's out, okay? I like Ed Oliver. I think he played really good last year. You know, so that's a loss. As far as Dalton Kincaid, I don't know. I got him in my fantasy league. I already have Josh Allen in both leagues. That's how I do. Took Josh Allen number 1. Why? Because you can make up for a 40-point deficit sometimes. I think Amari Cooper, if you saw the other podcast, I had a drum head. I think the team's going to do this. And they're just going to run streaks on the Bills for the Dolphins on the Bills. And the Bills shut it down. So I think with Amari Cooper, again, I play Madden Ultimate Team. I play Madden Tecmo Bowl. Never played a lick of professional football or unprofessional football. Don't fucking care. But in sports, it's about finding space and creatively doing it. So if Amari Cooper is a threat, and it's a thing called chess where the defense has to go, oh shoot, are they going to use this guy? He might have potential to do something. Maybe you should fucking game plan for him. So now the Bills have one of those guys, and his name isn't Mac Hollins with sweet hair. Great touchdown, Mac. Just saying. They got a game plan for Amari Cooper. It makes sense. But what he does do is he can open up space. He can get down the field. I'm excited for the trade. Send him that way. You got the space over here. Okay? I don't know how the meteorologist does it. It's pretty good. Mason Rudolph is playing tonight. Remember him from the Steelers? Your boy here was maybe thinking that the Bills could have just had him instead of taking Josh Allen late, you know? Hey, they're grading out somewhere. That was not a good idea. Nope. And I'm glad we have Josh Allen. Don't want to get into it. So Will Levis is not playing. They call him Josh Allen light. What do I think about the Bills with Mason Rudolph? Well, they played him in the playoffs. I don't know. It might sound dumb, but football is pretty dumb fucking down right now in spots, and I think the Bills can be run on. And if you want to do that, bend don't break, cool. They got to eventually put the ball up. If it works for the Bills, I like it. The team, again, I feel this way after 4 weeks. I don't know what to think about the team right now. I genuinely don't. What I do love is seeing Aaron Kromer's offensive line, the offensive line coach, Aaron Kromer, finally has the pieces and the style of play. I love the blocking up front. It's been great. A lot of power stuff. And that's allegedly football players who play the offensive line. They like to impose their will, run the ball down the throat. So with the Bills, you have Josh Allen. I wonder if the coaches are doing a great job masking him for doing stupid shit. And he does what he does. He makes great plays when they fall apart. I'm looking for Shakir out there with Kincaid, maybe with Knox, and Amari Cooper. If you have that, I don't see a spot for Keon Coleman being on the field unless it's only plays he knows or it's a run. Maybe run blocking. I frankly believe that it's unfair to bring Keon Coleman up, run all this media all offseason for him. Oh, look at my jacket, and have all the clips of Bills. It's gross. I think it's so much pressure on Keon Coleman to become the guy. And if you need to know about it, what we're talking about, because you know I upload it, we're here, dude. Too much pressure on Keon Coleman. Too much pressure. Amari Cooper, he gets to see a vet work. He gets to see somebody who actually has fucking speed work that has done shit in the NFL. Somebody who can get open. To have this dude in a sweet jacket come through and the Bills just run 6 months of fucking media on the guy. I don't want to hear it sports as the NFL. No, you can do a better job, media department. Find other stories. There's a lot of other stories. Why don't you investigate Von Miller or something? Talk about that. So now you got this kid. Happy to play. Funny. Quick. I like those people. Got cool outfits. And yeah, sometimes I want to go, dude, is your head in a fucking playbook? Are you working on running routes? Like, can you cut on a dime yet? Can you get open in space? Can you get a thing called separation? But no, you're a rookie. You're raw. I shouldn't have those expectations. So when I start feeling that way, I feel like I need to talk about it. Amari Cooper, thank you for sending Keon Coleman to the bench. I believe in Kyrie Elam too, but he don't make the field. And then I ask about him, and then he has a special teams penalty. So I'm rooting for that kid too. So here we go. Another pick. A little disappointing. Greg Rousseau, 3 sacks first game. I'm sick of can't wait for him to turn on a light. Epinesa finally gets playing time the last couple years. He's doing good. All right, the Bills today. They're home. I think the Bills win this game. This could be an annoying week of football for me where I don't listen to much Bills talk. I'll be honest. When they lose, I listen to a lot more because people are willing to talk about their flaws. When they win, it's just like, oh, we're going to beat down the world. How many chips are we going to have? To get the pass interference call that's a phantom call against the Patriots anyways in the playoffs. But I love that this year we're not talking about 1 seed. You know, I like to count my money when we have it. I don't like to assume because the Bills' public relations and marketing department's great that the team's good or not. Over it. So, I don't know what the Bills are. I think they can win this game. Josh Allen. And what is actually very interesting is every week the defense is coming up with some plays and just playing. They're balling. Where I was talking about Taylor Rapp, it's great watching him grow. He's taking people's heads off without taking their head off. Wrap your head around that. It's been Dumb Bills fan. Subscribe everywhere. TikTok, Instagram. Don't worry, I won't get back to you. Have a good one. I'm David. See ya. Oh, I should hit stop.